questions. So how long have you been punking?
Please let Chip.
You think Johnny Rotten?
Want to talk about being brave? If you fucking do Chip to Johnny Rotten,
What the fuck
That's
are you
true
talking?
bravery.
What are you on about? What the fuck are you on about?
he'd just smash you with a fucking mic stand.
He'll smash you like they did that hot bartender from that video we just saw a little while ago, right?
In my head.
Oh my God.
Baltimore. A couple things about Baltimore. We reported yesterday, and we certainly weren't the only ones, that Freddie Gray may have had some neck issues, some spine issues, some recent surgeries possibly before that whole thing went down. And now that's being... The fuck you doing?
The thing fell off, and I'm trying to fix it.
You know ear pad having motherfucker.
Yeah.
Those reports are now being disputed and basically saying it's not true. So I don't know. But the other thing that happened, which we had a few days ago, because we had another inside source, so we're like, I don't know. We're batting, 500? That's not bad, actually. One wrong, one right. Now there's another prisoner / inmate / whatever, thug. Not allowed to use the word thug, I just learned. The big headline on CNN is "Thug, the new N-word." So be careful when you use the word thug. But there was another person in that police van with Freddie Gray. And there was a partition, but now this person is saying that it looked like Freddie Gray was trying to hurt himself in the van.
Can I tell you something? I don't think more than 2 black people in the country will buy that explanation.
I know.
I'm not saying that it's not right, but they will not buy that. Because I mean,
they're not going to listen to that if that's what comes out. I think tomorrow in that report.
Keith was convinced. Me and Keith Robinson were talking about the.
That's always lovely.
That's what I'm saying. The shooting in Michael the
South Carolina.
No.
Ferguson. Ferguson. Yeah, of course.
And the fact that all those witnesses, and he was talking about how in Philly, the cops went door to door and got witnesses to say things.
Right.
I'm sure in some cases that's true, but I don't think that they did it to all those outside. So if it's just one guy saying it, no one's going to buy it, even if it's true.
They're going to be suspicious. They gave him a deal to say that, right?
Yep.
I think it's going to get ugly tomorrow when that report comes out.
Maybe.
Huh? Not tomorrow?
Why wouldn't it come out on Friday?
They said Friday.
No, it's not coming out. It's going to the prosecutor.
Yeah, they're going to finish the report.
Okay.
They're going to finish their investigation.
But they need to tell the people something, no?
Don't do it Friday. Do it Monday after the Avengers comes out. Don't ruin this weekend. I want that as my ringtone.
You don't like my new laugh?
I love it.
That's my new radio laugh.
I love it.
Everybody likes it. It's a real sensation.
Could you do it to Johnny Rotten?
Depends on what he says.
Please.
What are you on about?
All right, let's make a list. This is what we want you to work into the Johnny Rotten interview.
How long have you been punking?
Yeah, we want a little chip.
Don't say that, please.
You have to do a little chip.
All right.
And you have to get the laugh in.
Okay.
Those 2 things would make me very happy today.
Please don't ask
I
him how long
apologize for
he's been
sniffing. Why not?
It's embarrassing.
It's a fucking valid question, you sack of garbage. You sack of garbage.
We're going to ask him something rotten? Anything to do with his name?
Well, his name is John Lydon.
No, I know, but is Chip going to ask him about anything?
Yeah.
Rotten.
They call me Chippa Rotten, too. Chippy Rotten.
What do you think of the baseball game without the crowd?
It was great. 2 hours.
It was fun, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was great. I watched the whole thing.
Did you see it?
What was that?
You didn't know they played a baseball game without a crowd yesterday in Baltimore?
Yes.
No, but they also have a comedy festival going on.
Down there?
Yeah. They moved all the shows to 1 p.m.
No.
Who's down there? Anyone we know?
No.
I would love to get him on the phone to tell us what's going on.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of
You didn't watch the baseball game with no crowd?
No. I was planting grass yesterday.
I loved that they had fun with it.
Yeah, it was great.
You know?
I mean, yeah.
They still did the 7-inning stretch.
They played Thank God I'm a Country Boy like they always did.
One of the announcers decided to call a double like it was let's call it the Masters.
Yes.
He called it like a golf call.
Gary Thorne, yeah.
Do we have that? That was kind of funny.
Maybe.
And then you had the guy, I don't know any of their names, the guy that gave an autograph to an invisible fan.
Caleb Joseph.
Yeah, thank you. That was funny. What else? There was a few other things.
Chris Davis tossed the ball into the crowd.
Oh, yeah. Like they do. You know, at the end of the inning, they kind of toss it to a fan. He just tossed it into an empty stadium. So.
You ready?
Yes.
There's nobody's
Gary Thorne rules.
Well, Gary Thorne's the best.
Broadcast. So with Adam Jones coming up
He's in my side.
here in the 7th inning, Jones approach to the plate with Carroll delivering. Jones will whack the son of a gun to center field. That's very deep. It's deep, and it's off the base of the wall. He will head to second base. Adam Jones has a double, and that green jacket is well within reach, Jim.
He's doing it like a golf?
Yes.
First baseman, number 19, Chris Davis.
That was our Masters voice.
Well, that's right.
I like that you can hear that crack of the bat.
You can hear
They
everything.
don't whack a golf.
Yeah.
Everybody whack this one.
Gary's going to raise his voice in a second, and you're going to hear how it
There you
echoes
go.
in the stadium.
I knew you were going to do it.
Well, that was, look, I give credit. Dawn, our producer, she emails me this morning and says, okay, what voice are you going to use? Will it be the Masters voice? Or will it be your
that sounds
free
awesome.
baseball for everybody voice?
You hear that?
Yes.
That fucking crack of the bat sounds unbelievable.
That's cool. Yeah.
No more crowds. Holy shit, does that sound good?
I'm fine with it. Dude, the game was literally 2 hours and 3 minutes.
Well, the crowd doesn't interfere with the game.
I know, but the crowd must have something to do with it.
Oh, maybe
because,
to take me out to the ball game shit. Right.
but an average game is like 3 hours long. So
Way too long.
yeah,
It's all the hijinks.
and it was 8-2. So like they scored runs. It wasn't like
Right. That was great.
It was great,
They should
yeah.
do that every once in a while. Just have an empty stadium.
Yeah, they
band.
should just give out millions of dollars.
I
all the
know,
time.
but as a novelty, maybe you get a sponsor to
For the World
cover it or
Series.
something.
They should just have Chip behind home plate.
Yeah, maybe. Did you ever see those videos of Chip?
I was with you,
Oh.
and I took them. you fucking disconnected friend.
But I'm not
You're not
no.
even emotionally connected to anything we've done.
But that's
we,
not true.
We
I
hang
just
out
forgot.
once a year. Once a fucking year we hang out. You remember every hooker you've ever gotten and what you've done to her fucking chest, and you can't remember one day that we hung out, went to dinner, we
remember.
flew together. It was like, I remember it because I love you.
I remember.
Oh.
Here's why I asked you that. Just because it took me off guard to think about that, and I just remembered those videos.
You asked me if I took the video.
Well, yeah, but I remember every moment of it. I would have remembered in 2 seconds.
What about the guy on the other end of the fucking the fucking video camera?
Best video ever.
It is a great video. God damn it!
I know.
I don't like
Very
that you're telling the story without me there.
Did you see it?
Did
I
you
would
see
have
the
remembered it in
video
a
that you
second.
took?
I would have remembered it in a second.
Fuck you, Norton. You don't remember me as soon as I leave the
do.
building.
It's kind of sad.
I have to call you and go, and you go, who's this?
I find your video of me like I feel like Kennedy questioning Abraham Zapruder. See my head coming off. I shot it, Jay.
Yeah, there he is, tossing the ball into an empty
There's
stadium.
nobody there. There's nobody there.
Wonderful.
There's nobody there.
I bet you that ball's worth money.
Yeah, what happened to all the balls?
Probably got picked up and thrown away.
Nothing, Chip.
What do you mean? They're going to give it to fans or something? And they couldn't figure out
They might auction
how to get maybe kids in there for the day.
No, it's close.
I
No,
know,
it's a
but
liability if they get hurt. It's about them getting hurt in a riot and then suing the Orioles.
I don't know. I think
No, there were 3 scouts like in the front row.
Yeah, let's bust the kids through the car on fire and get them into the stadium for a nice game.
Scouts?
True that.
True that, son.
Son. The ATMs are being looted.
Are
No
they
one's
really?
talking about that. Yeah, you could yank those away, right?
Yeah.
How do you get into them though? After you get them back to your hideout,
You get a nice crowbar.
you go crowbar.
You go crowbar, and then you go a nice rubber mallet.
How about some M80s?
No.
No M80s.
No M80s.
How about if you like bundle them a bit?
C4, you got a
little C4?
military grade C4.
Then you're gonna fuck up the money inside. Nope.
Yeah. No, you could YouTube it. It's on YouTube. How to break into an ATM? Guaranteed.
Well, watch Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
There's that one.
How did they
great-
do it in Breaking Bad?
They were just trying to. They didn't know how to jimmy it open, and I forget how it finally got open. I think with a gun. No.
Didn't end well.
Oh no, not for that guy. It didn't.
No.
I always like when Jimmy are in other words, like to Jimmy something. What would you like on your ice cream? Some Jimmies?
You feel special?
Yes, I do.
I want some me.
Yes, can I have a little me on the ice cream, and then we'll me the door in?
Fucking Jimmy.
Yeah.
They arrested 120 people last night in New York City.
In New York, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I was fucking on my way to I went Caroline's late to my friend was performing, and I also wanted to meet an icon. And then I
Who's your friend?
Yeah. Tell
It's
us
an
about
A
your
and B
friend.
conversation. See your motherfucking way out of it.
Who was it?
Are you jealous, Bobby?
Well, but he
apparently-
remembers it. So
Are you jealous?
Yeah, I'm a little jealous that he remembered it.
Well, I don't know. Why don't you start checking Twitter and shit?
Oh, that's
You don't
gonna make
follow
me
your own
happy all
friends on
day.
Twitter.
I follow you on
You
Twitter.
don't follow Jimmy on
Why don't
Twitter.
you
What's
fucking
that
check your-
Are you
about?
crazy? Of course, I follow Jimmy on Twitter.
Did you see the video?
Why don't you check your fucking
I didn't
Twitter?
check Twitter last
No,
night.
I mean that's going to make me chuckle all day.
Oh, no.
And he asked you, "Did you see the video when you were the one that fucking filmed it?"
The only person that nerd alert. That's
Go to Jim Norton on Twitter. While Bobby was doing the "I Hate Steven" Singer read, Jimmy snapped a picture, and it's just labeled "Nerd Alert" over and over again.
And there's also one under it. There's another photo.
There's another one.
Yeah.
What? You met John Cleese last night?
He's not a legend.
I sat and chatted
I'm
with him
kidding.
for a while.
For real?
His daughter's a good friend of mine. She's actually a very funny comic named Camilla, and he wanted to do our show. And literally, he said he told me that she's like the Monty Python people have been doing too much. And when I saw him, he's like, I had 5 interviews today. And so we talked for a minute.
Yeah.
And he was going to leave, but then he wanted to sit with Camilla for a few minutes. So he let his friends leave, and he came back down. And I sat with her and her friend and John, and we talked for about
Wait, you know
15 minutes.
You know his daughter?
I know her well. She's a really good friend of mine. Yeah, she lives in L.A.
Yeah, she is a hubba.
Yeah, but yeah, she's a comedian, and Jonathan introduced us.
Camilla
jealous of
Cleese.
What's that?
So jealous of you with that.
Why? You can meet her.
No, John Cleese.
Oh, John. But yeah, he was really, really nice, and just a really nice guy, man. A great conversation. You could tell when you're talking to him that he's very used to people kind of being nervous around him, and he's amazing at keeping just a discussion. He's really good at it. So he was a very, very nice man.
What makes you a big fan, E-Rock?
I grew up watching Monty Python on PBS,
Who
MTV,
didn't?
Faulty Towers,
Yeah.
Fish Call Wanda, How to Irritate People. Huge John Cleese fan, huge Monty Python fan.
Yeah, he's
I'm a
brilliant.
big Benny Hill guy.
That's a good photo, isn't it?
Yeah, except for your red eyes.
We don't have red eyes.
You do.
Oh, don't tell
I don't
Jimmy
care
he's
about
got
that.
red eyes.
is easy to fix.
He'll fix
Just
the
don't
red
watch it.
What color do you make your
Looks like
eyes?
it looks like a guy who just met his dream boat at a gay bar.
That's a great photo.
Oh, I didn't even notice the red eye. Yeah, that's
What color will you make him? A nice crystal blue?
Yeah,
He's
one
gonna-
blue, one
he's gonna
green.
take
So
Jim-
mysterious.
Take
Red
Jimmy
like the devil.
Fucking red horns.
He's gonna take this little pretty thing back to his brownstone.
Oh God!
He's gonna sit in a chair with just his pants off, his shirt on.
That's such a good photo.
really good.
She took a couple like that, and it was so pitch black behind her.
What's she look like?
Camilla, she's tall, she's pretty. But that was my evening. Anyway, so the reason I said that
Yes.
is because I get out on Broadway, and I could see helicopters circling, and but I wonder if there's a fucking riot or protest going on in Times Square because the traffic was snarled, cops were there, not letting cars go a certain way, and then I wound up just kind of walking the last couple of blocks.
I canceled my spot. I had a spot last night. And I was like, I'm not fucking driving into that horse shit.
Must have been some kind of malaki.
Well, it's good. It's a good way to get people on your side.
What?
You know, to snarl up the whole city, and then you're like, oh yeah, I gotta fucking join this protest, man. They're doing it right.
It's
Where you at with this whole thing, Bobby?
Protest.
what happened with Baltimore?
No, what's happening with that? Couldn't think of nothing.
No, I just got a text about my dog. My dog is better.
Your dog texts.
Is he better?
texts
No,
you?
he's a little better.
Oh, good.
I think
happened
he's
to your
having
dog?
I think he's having mini strokes.
He's very old.
mini strokes.
Yeah.
He's old. 16's old, man.
You got a 16-year-old
Yeah,
dog?
two. They're
me.
both 16, but they're it's Jimmy's favorite dog, Kelby.
Kelby.
Oh, no,
I
not
do love
Kelby.
Oh, he loves Jimmy. He cries when Jimmy comes over.
Do you like that when he walks?
It fucking annoys me. I hit him when you leave. No, I'm kidding.
It literally is like the dog has sensed no love.
No, he just loves you.
Yes, he does.
He loves you. He loves Jimmy. He dances and starts yelping. He cries.
I call him Seal Boy
Seal boy.
because he sounds like a seal when I walk in.
And then he gives little Jimmy kisses. Little
Yes,
Jimmy
many
gets
kisses.
Dogs
little
love
kisses.
Jim.
Oh, they love him.
Yes, I'm very popular with animals.
Yes.
Yeah, that's because you're fucking one of them.
Well, as a human being, Bob, I think we both.
That was very hurtful.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
What are you
gonna do?
I think Baltimore. Look, man. Anytime you start
Baltimore
fucking lighting things on fire and you're stealing toilet paper, I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah,
but then you call the people
fucking Snapple. The guy's walking down with 2 things of Pringles, a Snapple, and fucking a thing of toilet paper. Really, fucking asshole. You know, I think that's stupid. It's dumb. Once you do that, it's fucking.
Well, then
I think they actually make people. It makes people racist. People who maybe are, I don't say
borderline racist
on the fence or don't know, and then actual racists. There's their point. Everybody yesterday, look at it. Every guy who doesn't like black people or thinks whatever, look at what they're doing. Check out what they. Then we're gonna go through all these videos of, and then the other point with cops fucking just taking people down, and it just sucks. It just fucking blows. But I don't mind the actual protest, the real protest, like the one in New York City last night is. The kind of way you do it. Has there ever been a riot in New York?
I am.
Has there ever been a riot in New York City?
Oh, sure. There's been riots over the years.
Is that true?
Yeah.
When was the last riot?
The Crown Height riots.
Oh, yeah.
But there hasn't been one in a long time.
No, it's been a while.
Why is that?
It's been a while.
Is that because we're too mixed? There's too many different cultures.
We're too busy.
It's not enough of one
We're just
person
too busy
to riot?
You never have time to just stand in one place in New York City.
Right.
Where the problems start. You always are on the move. So I don't think you just don't have time.
I always feel bad
to mingle about.
I always feel bad for the fat riot cop who, just out of the blue, it's like, hey, we're gonna get our riot gear tonight. There might be shit. He hasn't worn it in like 8 years.
It's a little tight, a little snug.
His fucking helmet visor's all fogged up. You know what I mean? You can't see shit. He's just on the line. Fucking, they're all
sucking in his gut, so he still fits in
his vest. Only covers his tits.
Oh my god, it's riding a little too high.
Oh yeah, he had to ask for help to button his shit. Dude, can you please button my shin pads? My knee pads are fucked up. I can't get them.
Like putting a life preserver on when you're on a boat and it just hikes all the way up and makes you look like an asshole.
There's a video of one of the fat riot cops who hasn't worn his shit. He was backing up and he's so fucking stiff like the Tin Man.
Yeah.
That he fucking hit a car and just fell on the roof of the car, and it was just humiliating.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Look at the chin strap.
The chin strap isn't not even close to his chin anymore.
No. Oh, he's just hot.
It's riding up toward his lower lip.
Yeah.
Oh, Bob, what a great angle.
Look at the helmet. Look at the helmet, though. It's on the top.
God.
It's on the top of his head, dude. This cocksucker hasn't. He prays that please, black people don't riot.
Everyone just get along. Oh, he looks horrendous.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Look at him. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, look at him. He's
He nailed
done.
this. These helmets are riding way too high. They can't push him down anymore.
I feel so
over their
bad.
ears.
I feel because always these guys look so badass, and then there's that guy.
Oh God, this poor guy.
But the conversation in the locker room, dude, it's not going to fit. Just wear it on top of your head.
Right.
Okay, you just have to protect the top of your head.
But it's so high up on his head now that the shield isn't covering his eyes anymore.
He had to borrow like somebody's motorcycle helmet.
It's like a visor.
It looks too big.
Dealing poker.
It's the worst, dude. The fat riot cop is just the saddest thing on the planet Earth, dude.
It's true. Freddie Gray was trying to hurt himself. He was facing a lot of jail time for drugs.
Okay.
Well, that's what's coming out today. But I don't think, like Jimmy said, anyone's going to listen to that fact
Even if it's true.
When it becomes available officially for everybody.
I do want to see this haymaker punch that the McDonald's employee knocked out the fucking customer with.
Yeah, what's the story here?
I don't know
Travis?
exactly what happened.
I don't know the story here.
I think this customer was drunk.
Okay.
And being belligerent. But I mean, this is obviously taking it too far. But
Okay. Can you make it big?
Of course, I
I mean, you prick.
I can make it big.
hang on.
What the fuck?
No, I think the guy was charging back in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's charging back in.
I think it's a McDonald's where they're banning, teenagers or something?
I don't know.
I believe they're trying.
Go back to the intro.
Did you hear his head hit the ground?
I had that fist hit his head.
This kid's no joke.
The guy is sitting, the one employee's walking out. The guy just charges back in.
Well, he wasn't charging.
He was coming back in. No, what happened was the employee was kind of like protecting. It seemed like he was. There was two employees.
Yeah.
Facing the door. The guy walks out, and when he walks back in, the third employee clocked him as he was heading back to the other two employees. So I'm wondering if he thought that the guy was charging his manager or running after his friend.
I don't know.
Good shot.
What's the story? I think there's a story that you had up there. Basically, it's McDonald's are trying to ban groups of teenagers because there's been problems around the country at these McDonald's.
Yes, and they can't say who they really want to ban.
He allegedly spat on the counter and threw a caution wet floor sign at employees. They asked him to leave. He wouldn't listen. One of the employees forced him out of the store. He attempted to re-enter, and that employee was not having any of that.
Yeah, good. That guy deserved to get fucking knocked out.
Gave him
He
a
absolutely deserved it.
Kid went down hard.
But when you knock, I mean, you could restrain them or put them in a chokehold or something. When you punch somebody in the fucking face, because the fall is what could kill you.
Sure.
So it's like he goes to jail for a long time if he murders somebody.
That's true.
That's murder. So I don't think that punching somebody in the head and knocking them out, because when they fucking die, you're a murderer now. Now you go to jail. You worked at McDonald's.
Manslaughter, but yeah.
Yeah, you worked at McDonald's one night, and now you're in fucking jail the next night for what?
And I don't think it's in the employee's handbook.
No, but I think the guy had it coming because he had fucking. If you throw a piece of equipment at employees and you're acting violently and then you run back in, you deserve it.
But McDonald's isn't going to see it that way.
No, they would call the cop, but the cops probably just couldn't get there.
Call the cops, but you could fucking grab him and restrain him.
Yeah.
We know this from
not that way they handle
Hoist Gracie taught us one thing in life that you don't need.
Let's see how you handle a situation. This is how you handle. This guy was annoyed.
Oh wait, Colin Quinn's calling.
The one guy's trying to be reasonable.
Oh, yeah, you did hear him. He went out cold.
Yeah,
that's what you get.
Yep.
Don't drunkenly run into a McDonald's.
You think McDonald's is just going to give him a day or two to...
They may allow him to work there. They may say that he was
way.
attacking the fucking manager.
No. He's got to go.
I don't know about that.
No, he will be fired.
He will be fired. I have no doubt.
I don't
in
think
my
he
mind.
possesses any qualifications that they're going to need to keep him on board for.
Protecting himself or somebody he was working with from a guy who was drunk and was physically throwing shit and charging back in.
Did you see that Popeyes manager?
That's my Popeye impersonation.
It was pretty right on, Chip.
I know it was.
All
nice.
right.
Hey, what do you got? Green pubes, you spinach eater?
Fucking hate you.
What happened at Popeyes?
Oh, this like female manager got fired because her store was robbed and she couldn't repay the $500 and she was pregnant.
No kidding.
Yeah, and then they wanted to give her a job back because it went viral and
Right.
Yeah.
Only after it went viral.
Yeah.
Isn't it fucking amazing how everything is on video now?
Huh?
I mean,
Not really.
Dude,
I don't think
everything.
it's amazing.
I don't mean amazing.
It would be amazing if it was 1997.
Dude,
but it's still something we didn't see coming.
It's worse than it's ever been. Yeah. Every single day on my Facebook feed, there's a brand new fucking somebody getting arrested, somebody getting shot, somebody getting knocked the fuck out.
Someone going on the moon.
Back in the day, there was to see somebody get knocked out. There was like 3 videos.
Yeah.
That was not too long ago.
And you'd pass them around all these street fight videos and death videos. You'd be like, "Oh my God, he's got a video!"
Check this out, right?
And now it's, "Hey, pick up your telephone that you carry in your pocket and watch the beheading."
Yeah, I don't like watching it anymore. There's so much of it.
I'm not trying to squeeze in my new, because I have a new hook line I'm using in comedy. I'm not trying to squeeze that in.
What's the hook line?
What the hell's going on around here?
And then it's a whole list of things.
That's very close to
the crowd goes wild
to where we going. But listen, a friend of mine has one, and
I'll
it
say
sounds
this.
like you're stealing his essence.
I'm a big fan of where you're going.
Yeah, but what the hell is going on around here is one
Yeah.
that is not a new thing I'm doing. that has been. I tried that on stage and it didn't work.
No kidding.
Yes, it just didn't fly. I was opening with it. So I'm working on a new catch thing. I was like, what the hell's going on?
How long ago?
0.
Please don't say last week.
No, it was within the last couple of years. But I mean, it didn't fly. It didn't fly.
We should do a whole comedy show. I'll do Billy the Bass Man. You go up as Chip. We should do a whole show as these other people. Billy would kill too.
I love Billy the Bass Man.
Crazy.
I ain't following the Bass Man. How about the electric guitarist?
Oof.
Why don't we do a duet, me and you? You talk, I talk, I talk, you talk, you talk, I talk, I talk, you talk.
I don't know. This is a fucking like a second of should I shut this off if I was in my car? Should I just fucking turn this off and drive quietly?
We're heading toward everyone walking around with body cameras. That's where this is heading.
Wow, I don't know about that.
I guarantee that's where this is going.
When they're small and light, you can pin them to your lapel.
I guarantee.
Solar
what's
power.
going on.
And fucking 3
do at
terabytes of. At night, it'll store of power from all day. It'll be 3 terabytes.
I mean, my lawn lights are from the power from the day, and they come on at night.
And you have to put one in each blade. That's 100 million lights in this house. You cut them, break, you have to reload them. But yeah, everything is going to be filmed eventually. They'll be like those little stickers you put on your jacket. That
Sooner
light,
than
that
later.
small. I say within 5,000 years. We'll have
5,000?
Yeah, I don't think we'll be here to hear. But people will walk around going, what the hell's going on around here?
I don't know, but Google Glass didn't take off. That's a
No, because you could see it and wait till it's contacts.
And everyone's periscoping now.
You stop pointing at your points.
I'm pointing at my
at the sun, and you're pointing at my eye.
We get it. Periscope. I have a little thing over my head like it's periscope.
Stop using your hands.
You periscope, right?
I love Periscope.
So that's the next stage. You just keep it fucking on.
Periscope is great.
I'm telling you, that's where we're heading. What's going on with the restaurant apologizing for the insensitive Bruce Jenner taco hot dog thing?
Because they always do celebrity hot. They do celebrity
funny.
things. Yeah, of course it is. It's just silly.
What is it? A hot dog and a taco?
Yeah, it's a cock and a cunt.
I don't know if I still have the story.
No, you do. It's towards the back.
Towards the back of what?
Of your pile. Yeah.
This big, huge pile?
Your story pile?
I got it. Okay, yes. A Cincinnati wiener restaurant in hot water. Get it?
They had the bobbit where you just take it when the customer orders it, you throw it on the floor.
And they have to go.
Just made that up. Oh, what the hell's going on around here?
It's easy to grin when your ship comes in and you've got the stock market beat.
All right.
No,
You got to. All right, let it finish.
Wow. No shit. Cincinnati wiener restaurant in hot water. For its Bruce Jenner inspired half sausage,
acting it out.
half taco dish has apologized after being boiled by critics. Get it? Boiled by critics. The Ohio eatery, known for selling gourmet hot dogs named after celebrities, cooked up the controversial Bruce Jenner 2.0 menu item Friday, the same day the blah, blah, blah. It's part hot dog, part taco, and pure awesomeness. The restaurant said in its Dog of the Day promotion, which has since been pulled off. Why pull this shit? Why?
I don't know.
Who's so offended to the point where it's going to ruin this guy's business? Just say, fuck you. This is just a goofy thing I'm doing for the day, and deal with it. The new Frankfurter infuriated local transgender advocates, including Lindsay Deaton, who called the creation transphobic and bigoted.
God, shut up, Lindsay. It's not. It's just catchy with what's going on in the news.
No, it's transphobic.
And bigoted.
Oh, shut up, Lindsay. It's not. By the way, a little communique from my friend, the police officer. She says, I have had dozens of prisoners. Oh, no, she said, I've had prisoners bash their faces in the divider dozens of times. When you take them to the hospital and tell the nurse they were banging their own faces on the divider, no one ever believes you. Yeah. They always think the cops roughed you up.
Yeah, so that's why you got to get cameras in there too.
Yeah, it's absolutely
get cameras.
Right.
Cameras everywhere.
You know what the doctors say when they walk in? They see the prisoner all beat up. What the hell is going on around here?
Oh God!
You should work that in your.
Did you say she?
Yep, she's a female police officer.
Really?
Yeah.
She hot?
She's very well. She's cop
hot.
No, I think she's involved in a relationship, so I won't say that. But yeah, she's very sexy.
There's nothing.
I've met her.
Yeah.
Love a hot cop.
Yeah.
Oh, you said cop?
Yeah.
That's not what he meant.
Okay, all right.
That's how he teaches himself.
Man,
he takes
that
out the
accent.
CK and he puts in a
Wow, that accent.
P. You like rock and roll too?
Hot cop.
Yeah, I know. What
But
you're
it was
saying.
like hot cop.
Yeah, hot
Cop.
Hot cop.
What about Bud Light? We move on to Bud Light. We're doing a speed round here before Johnny Rotten.
Jesus
People are
Christ,
mad at
yeah.
their new slogan, Bud Light, not just for Jews. Why would you say that?
This was kind of dumb. This was a dumb one.
What'd they do?
This was a dumb one. I don't have the story in front
Yes,
of
you
me.
do.
Are you going to say that again?
Oh, wait, no, you don't.
Shouldn't you
I
have
don't think I have that one.
Hang on.
Oh, my God. This is so unprofessional.
Let's go.
It's not unprofessional, Bobby.
You should have everything you need
It's
in front of you, Opie.
What the hell's
Opie,
going on around here?
I mean, this is stalling the flow. We're in a speed round. Now he's shuffling through shit.
Well,
Yeah,
you're right. We
shuffle,
are in a speed
shuffle,
round.
bitch.
Bobby.
Yeah,
You're
we
kinda
should,
right.
you should have it in front of you,
Right here.
man.
Right
What the
here.
fuck, Ope? I'm sticking up for you.
Thank you, Bob
I'm
Kelly.
being brave for you.
Thank you. Maybe you'll invite me back on your podcast someday.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Bobby.
If you don't go to bed before 8:30,
When can I do your podcast?
you can do it anytime you want. Both of you.
Oh, thanks.
All right, let's see.
You and
I know.
Oh my God! Where
I
they
know I'm invited.
put that thing on the bottom of the bottle?
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
the ad was about fucking take no out of your vocabulary.
Yes.
I remember this.
Jimmy's got this.
I
but
remember. Yeah.
It says at the bottom, what does it say?
Perfect beer for removing no from your vocabulary for the night.
Yeah, I don't think they mean it in rapey, but it's like it's a little shitty.
But they're probably talking about the beer. Like their product's so great, you can't say no to one.
Well, they're
I think that's what they
their
actually were
thing,
going
their
for.
thing right now is up for whatever. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I'm up for whatever because I got Bud Light.
Yeah, but you know,
I'm not gonna say
it's
no.
alcohol.
Yeah,
I mean, you
yeah,
shouldn't
driving and fucking.
Yeah.
Two things you should do. You drink this if you want to fuck and drive. That's what you should say. It's a
Yeah,
good
maybe you
slogan.
shouldn't be
Yeah.
saying no. That means you're
Yeah.
having a lot of
Yeah,
beer
if you want to have a
that night.
dispute with your wife, drink a bunch of these first.
Yeah, you never took out a fucking family in a minivan from eating too many Pringles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the perfect beer for whatever happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's the perfect chip.
What's that?
Oh, fuck.
Shit.
God damn it! I try to avoid that at all costs.
I like when you say chip though, because you get the guitar.
I realize
You
how.
know,
I
it's
realize
like a video game. You only get the guitar when you hit the chip.
It's always one of those no moments where I'm trying to bring it back in my mouth. All right.
That's stupid. Who cares about Bud Light?
Well, they're stupid on this one.
Yep.
They're just dumb.
Yeah.
Yep.
We love Bud. They used to advertise with us.
They don't anymore. Fuck them.
They don't?
Fuck them.
It's been. When was the last time we had a Budweiser commercial on this show?
August 22nd, 2002.
Me and Anthony, they kissed our ass. They wined and dined us. They wanted to make us
69 you.
They 69'd us.
You guys got fucking blowjobs from
from
people?
Budweiser
Really?
executives that flew in from St. Louis.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you got to suck their dick too?
Yeah, they get the
That's a 69.
No, they were.
I mean, the
big
69 is
Bud
when they
horse
suck you and you suck them.
Get to jerk
No,
them
I
off.
think if you suck them, then that's gay, right?
Christmas
Well,
horses.
a 60. If you did a
If
69,
they suck you, it's not gay.
but that's not a 69. That's just a
I didn't say it
blowjob.
was a 69.
I said you 69. You said yeah.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. So you sucked them off too.
Yepers.
You didn't have to do that. You know.
Oh, well.
You could have just got head.
Well, they sucked us off.
Were
And
you on your back or were you on your knees?
I was in a chair with my shirt on, like you mentioned earlier.
Shirt cocking, as they call it.
Shirt cocking? How do you know that?
I just heard it when you have no pants and just your shirt because you're stuffing your shirt.
How does he know
cocking.
that? Because it's in his Google
I don't
search.
know. I don't want to know the answer, Bobby. It was
I've
just for the,
shirt-cocked many
it was for the
times.
radio. I go, how do you know that? But I don't actually want to know the answer because
Before I
I.
heard that.
He invented shirt cocking.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, skirt cocking. Oh shit! Woo! Someone's pop locking in the motherfucking house.
These execs, though, man, they gave us the Budweiser leather jackets, all this swag.
You had a Budweiser leather
and
jacket?
some, and they were starting to give us some envelopes.
Really?
Yeah, they well, maybe not officially.
What was in the
Maybe I
envelope, like
shouldn't say that.
Groupons or
They
something?
were talking about how we could take it to the next level, where you guys would actually make a little money yourselves by
So they're promising money and gave none.
nothing, and then we get fired, and then they never come back. Wow, they should be advertising on satellite radio. I don't think they advertise on satellite at all.
No.
Because satellite doesn't want to give out numbers.
Yeah. And satellite is actually...
Satellite. Sorry,
That was random. Jesus. I liked it. But you pay for this. Right? Wasn't this supposed to be commercial free?
All right, Bobby, relax.
All right, well, I'm just saying.
I mean, the excuse is that if you do a talk show, you need to take a break. So then they're like, might as well play commercials. That's the excuse they give people. But the music channels are still commercial free.
Right.
They are.
That's great. Yeah, Budweiser.
All right, so Budweiser, that was dumb. What else? Oh, we got a guy. I wish there was a video of this. I don't think there is. A man posing for a photo with fish. So he's
a whole band he got.
Me sucky sucky.
That's a funny random push.
People need to know Bobby is just randomly reaching over and pushing buttons.
Boy,
that's why it makes it fun. Man posing for a photo with fish. So I guess he's on a boat. And he wants that photo. Here, look at me with a fish.
Oh, not the band.
Yeah. No.
And
he was actually in a Red Lobster, which was ironic.
Your days of finger banging, old Mary Jane Rottencrotch through her pretty pink panties.
Wow, you're killing my OCD.
Do you have really OCD?
No, not really. For real, not really.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I think we all do.
Right. I had a manager that had it, and if you went bump, he'd have to go bump, 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 bump. We had a fucking 4.5 hour ride from Baltimore.
I wish you were going there today.
Was that supposed to be some kind of sick joke?
Hey, Bobby.
I did it the whole. I did it the whole way back.
Oh, that's great.
He was so mad. Bump, bump. He got so mad he was going bump, bump.
Really? By the end of it?
He has to do bump, bump. Has to go bump, bump.
How did you guys find that?
Bump.
How stupid is he that he told you that?
He there's a word too. If there's a word, I never found out the word, but if you say it, he has to repeat it. And I tried.
God, I hope it's the N word.
Oh my God,
Jesus Christ! What? I had nothing to do with that.
Wait,
that was just a fun joke, fun for everybody.
Wait,
relax.
Did you ever find out the word?
Not everybody.
Did you ever find out the word?
Take a little attention away.
He wouldn't tell you.
In this environment we're living in.
I found out the bump, bump.
Speaking of, thanks for my juice.
Oh, jeez, that's ugly. What's up, buddy? How are you?
What
are you doing?
What are you doing?
Why are you stealing Bobby's
Why
stuff?
are you taking Bobby's stuff?
What the fuck, man?
What are you doing?
Put it on there by mistake.
Yeah, that's mine now.
But that's Bobby's. You gave
that's
Bobby
my
a
sandwich. No, I ordered that sandwich.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that's my sandwich.
What's on it?
It's the ham and cheese. Salami and peppers.
That's Lewis. Lewis, where are you at with
It's
this
mayonnaise
Baltimore
and
ride
barbecue
thing?
sauce.
Where am I with the rock?
You're a man of color. What's your angle on this?
What is this, 1964?
Yeah, it's really
Howard Cosell?
Good introduction. You're a man of color.
he's
What's
not
your
lying.
angle
Oh
on
my
this?
God! I
Don't
know,
you like
but-
being called man of color?
I do. That's fine.
How about just Lewis?
Yeah, how about Lou?
How about you do it respectfully? You're a you know what? What do you got to say about it?
Yeah, how about?
I don't agree with violence and rioting like that.
You wouldn't loot?
Doesn't make sense.
I got in so much shit because all I said was looting looks like it would be a fucking blast.
Oh, I'd loot in a heartbeat.
And then people were getting mad at me. What about the poor store owners? I acknowledge that would be shitty for the store owners, but I'm just thinking about the act itself, and I'm thinking, how much fun would that be to run through a CVS and try
It's not fun because you're all going to the same spot and you're gonna fight it.
I wouldn't go pills.
Really?
How about that? I know a lot of most of them went to the pills.
I'd go to the garden section in a CVS. Now I'm a homeowner.
Where would I go?
I'd grab a couple gnomes, maybe a shovel.
I think I'd go shampoo.
Really?
Yeah.
And in Baltimore, you'd be the only one in your shampoo aisle.
That's right.
All the black people go to one area, and you'd have all the white products.
I think I'd go shampoo
All the,
and all that. Toiletries, but not toilet paper.
The shaving bubble neck stuff was all taken.
Oh yeah.
Babo!
Oh yeah, eat that fucking.
What would you
banana,
take? What would you take if you were looting? What would be the first thing? CVS. Where would you go?
Oh, CVS?
Yeah. Where would you go?
Combos.
Probably some combos.
Yeah, I wouldn't go junk food.
Nope. Combos and Dr. Peppers.
I'd go right to the You know where everybody went? Probably right to the pharmacy.
That's exactly what
The first place they went was back to that goddamn pharmacy.
No, they were walking out with fucking like
Golden
household.
Oreos.
Yeah, but that was
later
the
on,
last.
Bobby.
I'd go right for the Cialis.
Hey, a little too much fucking tone on there.
Right
okay?
for the Cialis, I'd go.
That was obvious. It was later on when the cameras finally showed up because they were told that they were looting the CVS.
Listen, you still have too much tone in your fucking voice. Bring it down.
All right, sorry, Bobby.
I'm gonna fucking button up that Henley. All right.
All the
You need it buttoned up? I'll button it up for you. That's all you got on this? What about the word thug? Because now they're saying that if you say thug, you're actually saying the N-word. It's the new N-word.
Right. That's just like the little catchword. Or teens, the news will use to say black. Like, 'cause they're so afraid to just say anything racial that the word thug, and it's just.
I believe there's a lot of people that are using the word thug because they know they really can't use the N-word.
Well,
I believe that, but there's also
there's a difference between the rioters and the protesters, and they were calling the protesters. Somehow they were saying that the news was calling the protesters thugs.
First of all, the news weren't. No,
they weren't. They were calling.
No, the news made that leap.
Oh.
And I raised my voice on purpose there.
I allowed it.
The news made that leap.
Right.
Because the people that are using the word thug in this situation are looking at the looters and the people that are fucking destroying cop cars and setting buildings on fire, excuse me. They're calling them thugs. And then the news is twisting it and saying, oh, wow, they're peaceful protesters. You can't call them thugs. Going to Bobby's point, which means, yeah, there's obviously two different things going on.
Lewis, is there a way to say thug with the A instead of the ER?
Thug up.
Not
so
at
it's
all.
like I'm calling you a thug because we're cool.
Right. That's all right,
Nah,
right?
There's no way.
Fuck up.
There's no defense.
Okay, so I won't do it then. Thanks.
I mean, you can do it.
I got the thug pass?
You're a black motherfucker.
True.
Right?
That's Mike Tyson.
You know what you should do? He said you look Jewish. Tyson said you have hair.
Yeah, but
Jewish
then
hair.
he came back in the studio and he called me a black motherfucker, so I canceled it out.
I can't wait. I wish you would have said that to him when he walked in, just to see the fucking belt to the face.
And you don't like being called colored, right?
It doesn't bother me.
Are you
It should.
fucking
I mean,
nuts?
That's people. That's old school.
I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn
You
today.
can't be, if I walked in and went,
I didn't
hey,
call him colored.
can you have the colored kid get me my Starbucks? You'd fucking be mad, man.
I wouldn't be that mad.
You wouldn't?
I work in a hospital with a lot of geriatrics. I mean,
And they
that's
call
their- that's
because
their-
Fuck any of them?
it's a
That's the
generation
important
thing.
question.
Not at all.
You ever climb on while one's having a delusion?
Nah.
You never Vaseline your forefingers.
You look like my grandson.
I don't understand why they keep saying that the gangs are going to get together and go against the police. That's never going to happen.
Well, they actually said the gangs got together against the looters.
Right, because gangs are all about territory. You're
Yeah,
messing up their territory.
they're fucking up their part of the town, and they don't believe in it. And they were like, "Look, we're making plenty of money. We don't need fucking CVS money,
Right.
Whatever horse shit they stole out of there.
We got drug money in these
But
streets.
it's funny though that as soon as they have an opportunity to go light the fucking the courthouse on fire. Why are you going to go fucking? If you're going to do something, do something that represents what the fuck you're mad about. What the fuck did CVS do except give you razor blades and
But that's like
combos?
Louis C.K. said. Black people tend to put their energy in the wrong places sometimes. So why would you what is this?
God, he's so smart.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense.
Fuck, I wish I could just think. I just said a lot of stuff.
Well,
and Louis just says fucking 2 words.
It's nice to see the gangs getting together, and it really is good because normally they're so positive in the community, and they don't like the whole rioting and stealing. They'd rather just fucking shoot each other and steal
and sell drugs.
I hate when people look like gangs are doing a great thing by not being scumbags.
Yeah, they're worried about their
Stop
territory.
it.
That's all that's about.
Yeah, it's not that it's a great thing, but they could add to the mix.
Oh, yeah, no, I know.
So
Yeah,
for
no,
them,
yeah, yeah, no, I-
for
I-
them
I-
to actually, for them to actually, for them to speak out against it,
to touch me. He started.
for them to speak out against it is
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
a
no, it sounds
positive
like
thing. I'm serious.
But yeah,
For
no,
them to
yeah,
speak,
but-
shut the fuck
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Fuck off. Have a serious conversation with this asshole
Yeah,
unless
right
you're
here.
famous.
Yeah, right. That's a good point.
Now they're
So you'll never have one with me.
Exactly.
now
you have a book for this douche to listen.
What were you saying? We'll be able to read one. Go ahead, sit. Oh, shit.
Now they're spinning the mom thing. You know, the mom in the yellow that's beating the shit out of her kid and dragging him out of the situation.
Yeah.
And now they're saying, critics are saying she's not a hero for doing that.
Why is she not a hero?
I don't
She
fucking
hit
know.
her kid. Or they
She
saying,
beat her kid.
Well, she should have. He was going to do something that might have got him
It's not like
shot.
Right.
Well, I'm not going to hit Max. I'm not going to fucking ever hit Max.
But if he was
What
in a
if he's throwing
situation
rocks at police cars?
where he might get shot or injured, like
I'm going to
you
sit
might,
him down and give him a timeout.
Oh, fair
That
enough.
may be the trick, actually.
That should
I'm
work.
going to say, hey, get over here. Sit by that tree.
What were you saying about
Take
the
that-
gangs?
Take that
Think
mask
about what
off.
you did.
What were you saying about the gangs?
You think I was fucking? You think I don't know you?
I don't know.
You don't remember me, but I remember you. Quick button Jim.
You know what, dude? The gangs, dude. It moves me a little bit.
I know. I can't make a fucking point on this show.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
You made a lot of points.
Jim. I get it. I get it, Jim. Go ahead. Keep going.
Are you ready for the Johnny Rotten interview?
I certainly am.
I'm not.
What's your question?
I have no questions.
How long you been
One
poking?
question.
I really don't. I mean, I'm a fan of Johnny Rocket. I'm
Johnny
a fan,
Rocket?
I mean, Johnny,
Of course you're a fan of Johnny Rockets.
That's actually fucking Larry's name on the show. It's Johnny Rock.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, that's why it fucking popped in my head.
When is that show starting?
July 16th.
All right, let's talk really fast before Jimmy interrupts you again.
No, I'm good.
I'm kidding.
I just,
Thank you.
He's just having fun. He was doing a button thing.
Thank you,
Lewis. You're a good man, Lewis.
Bye, sweetie.
We like
Hey,
Lewis. We hired Lewis.
I love a black guy with dimples.
He's a good man.
It diffuses the whole thing.
I am going to tell him no.
A nice dimple.
If anybody does call him a colored person, he's allowed to get upset about it.
Yes, he is.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, colored's not good.
When I seen her,
Here's the son.
I didn't
that got
like,
beat
really
up by
see her,
mom.
but when I heard put that brick down, I was like, oh, that's my mother.
Every boy knows his mama's voice. While Toya Graham has been widely praised for taking control of the situation, there's also been some backlash on social media as well. Some are questioning the hypocrisy of praising Graham for the smackdown amid all of the violence in Baltimore. But Graham says her only concern at that point was keeping her son safe. Of course.
I worry about him walking out my front door. I do. It's just
She got her
the
hair
life
did.
that we live around here.
She looks like she doesn't play games,
If
though.
you walk
Right.
out the door, if you're going to walk back in the door or not.
Nice. Good for her.
For his part,
And you know
Well
what?
said.
No,
Well
this
said.
it wasn't a
Blowback. Fuck
beatdown
social
because she
media.
was slapping. She got slapped by your mom.
Yeah, look where it wound me up on this show.
What's wrong with this show?
I'm kidding.
The fuck?
Relax. What the fuck, you sensitive twat?
You son of a
Jesus,
bitch.
like talking to Bruce Jenner. Chill out.
Why do you have a heart on her?
Why do you have a heart on? All right, so the sea lion thing. This is a great story. So this guy, he goes for the photo. So he's got a huge fish. He's on the boat. Obviously, he caught it. There's a pelican looking like it. Oh, the pelican's in the water. Okay. And then this sea lion pops out of nowhere, grabs the fish and this guy and pulls him under, I think, 20 to 30 feet underwater.
Pulls the guy?
Yep, because I don't think the guy wanted to let go of his fish.
There's not video of this.
The sea lion was 300 pounds, grabbed his arm at the same time as grabbing the fish before hauling him overboard and into the water, crushing the fisherman's chest with unbelievable force.
Did he have
What?
a Simpson shirt on?
The sea lion, you mean? Why would a sea lion have a Simpson shirt on?
He thought it was a Doctor Who toy. Grabbed his mouth, swam away.
He crushed the fisherman's chest with unbelievable force. Wow.
Good.
Then dragged him 20 feet through the water, causing him to fear for his life.
Why didn't he let go of the fish, the fisherman?
He had,
He grabbed his arm
as well.
Oh, no.
The sea lion, your cousin, had him by the arm.
As its grip loosened, the fisherman managed to escape and swim back to the boat with several minor injuries. What do you mean minor? It said it crushed his chest. Whatever. Mr. Carlin's wife, Trish, who has been taking the photo of her husband with the fish when the sea lion suddenly attacked, helped him back on board. I don't know.
This is not the first time this happened, though. There's video of it happening before.
So what? We should find that video?
Well, there's video. I mean, it will take hours for Sam to do that, but there's video of that happens a lot. The sea lions know that the fishermen come up at the near the docks or whatever, and they jump right up, grab the fish, and take off.
All right, we're gonna look for that, Bobby.
Oh yeah,
sea lion attack fisherman.
Yep. I'd actually Google sea lion snags fish.
All right, let's try that. Sea lion snags fish, but that can
snags fish. There you go, right there, top one.
It only has 2,000 views, so this can't be a good video.
Watch it. It's a great video. Watch
it
this.
can't be a good video.
Great video. Watch
it's
this.
It's not going to be a good video.
Crazy. Here we
giant
go.
fish.
Look at and the pelicans there too. They're in on together. The same pelican.
Oh, did you see what?
That's pretty fucking funny.
Fucking nuts.
Sea lion stole a fish.
But this video should have way more fucking views.
Fucking sea
Look
lion
at that.
stole a fish.
If he grabbed his arm though, he's going going with him.
Right. He grabs the tail.
Look at that.
The fucking sea lion stole the fish.
And the actual
Did you see what happened?
Fucking sea lion stole the fish.
the sea lion's bite is second only to the alligator, by the way.
Fucking sea
It's
lion
pounds
stole the
per
fish.
pressure. Did you know that?
No.
It's 8 billion pounds per square inch.
What happened to the fish?
Fucking sea lion stole the fish.
Did you know that, Sam?
I didn't know.
It's the second only to the T-Rex.
The T-Rex.
T-Rex.
Yeah.
Huh. Can we find another video? I mean, I think we just lucked out finding that one.
I'm telling you, there's like eight. There's two more.
There's
happened
two
to that-
more out there.
I think so. Yeah.
What happened to the big fish?
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone. It looks like a shitty fish to
And
eat
they got
anyway.
They got right there. Look at the one. Go down.
What,
down.
this
Yeah,
one?
this one. Watch this.
All right, this has 1.5 million views. This should be pretty good.
Yeah, no problem.
Got a sea lion following a boat. It's moving pretty fast.
That fucking thing is quick.
It's cruising.
That's what we saw yesterday. We were out here. How the hell are they swimming that fast?
What the hell's going on right here?
He opens the door.
Yep.
To the back of the boat. Why would you do that?
He's trying to get the sea lion in.
Oh my God! Why would you do that?
How cute. Hi.
Oh, hell yeah.
And he's right on the boat.
Shit! He jumps into the boat.
Yeah, but then he attacks everybody. Watch.
And they gave him a fish. And he didn't want it. He needs to shave. He needs to shave.
It's like 300-400 pounds. This damn thing.
He's on the back of the boat. That fucking thing is fast. They're feeding him a bunch of fish.
Yeah, throwing fish at the thing.
And he left.
And then he takes off. Worked out perfectly for everybody.
Sea lions are quick motherfuckers, man.
You think?
Yeah.
I mean, he was following the wake of that boat.
The what?
The wake.
What?
I said it.
What is it?
He was behind the boat. He was following it. Fucking sea lion is doing probably 30 knots stuck in the wake of that boat.
The what?
Wake.
Jesus Christ. I think Norton's slowly
Are we
losing
done?
it.
Are we done with your sea lion videos?
We should take a break.
It was your video.
No, I had the story. You went
and I
vid.
fucking enhanced
You
it,
went
thank
vid.
God. We're moving over. I'm fucking...
Enhanced it, really?
Yeah,
This
just
is
fucking
radio.
enhance it.
How
I
do
don't
you
see no
enhance it by
enhancing.
playing a
I
video?
enhanced it.
Oh, all right.
I enhanced it. You didn't know it was a thing, and now you know it's a thing.
All right, thanks for
It's
enhancing
not that, and I gave you video. You had a photo.
All right, you're right.
I gave you 3 dimensions.
I was wrong. Thank you, Bobby.
You were talking 2.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We should take a quick break because in case he comes in early, we can
Yes, we can do that. We got Johnny Rotten coming and maybe Brett Morgan coming back.
Yeah.
I wonder if he really is going to come back.
If he doesn't have his nose pressed.
That would be fun because I think the Nirvana thing could get a little heated between those two, which would be great.
Oh, no, I bet you that they would love each other.
You think?
Yeah, absolutely, because that guy's a documentary maker. No, I think they'd get along great.
All right.
Jimmy, where are you?
I'm right here, buddy boy.
Where are you this week? Anything to promote?
Up in Rochester.
Where are you in Rochester? You not around this weekend?
The Comedy Club. I'm
Ooh.
back Sunday morning.
Oh, good.
Where are you going to be, Bobby?
I'm actually check out Louie tonight on FX.
Yeah,
at
man,
10:30.
everyone should check that out. Bobby was great on it.
And then
You're a really good actor, buddy.
Thanks, dude.
And you got that FX show coming out too, so you're going to become an actor. You're going to be an actor now.
Yeah, I just watched all 10 episodes last night.
Oh, you happy?
I was.
Oh, good, because I saw Bobby yesterday. He said he was watching.
Yeah.
I was real fucking nervous, but yeah, it was. They fucking. It's weird to like be in. I've never been. You've been in a whole. You've been in Louis the whole season on HBO. I've never done that. I've never been in a whole season, so it was weird.
So you were just watching yourself, I bet, right?
No,
studying yourself, going, okay,
that was
good.
funny.
That worked out.
Jim Serpico called me up yesterday. He goes, "Did you watch it yet?" I go, "No, I just watched 108." I just wanted to watch it out of order. He goes, "Go fuck yourself. That's the one you're most prevalent in, you dummy. Trying to make it like you're trying to do some actor thing." He called me out on it.
That's funny.
No, but I watched them all. It's fucking great. It's a really great show. And the girl in it, Liz, is going to be a fucking superstar.
You were telling me about her.
Smoking hot, and she sings.
She's 12, though,
She's
Bobby.
so funny, dude. She's 21. 21, and she's fucking ridiculous.
Okay.
So.
All right. So that's later this summer.
Yeah, and
Dennis
then-
Leary's FX show.
Tonight?
Starring Bobby Kelly. Let's say starring Bobby Kelly.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
And then you're starring on Louis tonight.
Yeah, tonight, starring.
Starring.
And
No.
then,
Your name's a little bigger than Louis.
And then
I saw it in the opening credits.
Yeah, it's 18.
it's not.
His is 18-point Helvetica. Mine's 26.
26?
26. Yeah.
Wow, good for you,
and,
Bobby.
And then I'm in Boston. The 14th, the 15th, and the 16th of May at Laugh Boston.
Laugh Boston, okay.
Yeah.
Jimmy's in Rochester tonight. No shows, shows tonight.
1 tonight, 2 tomorrow, 2 Saturday.
Right, very good.
You coming over Sunday?
Yeah.
For Game of Thrones?
Yep.
Love it.
All right, what am I doing here?
Sitting down.
What are you doing here? You're talking to us. God damn it. How are you, sir? Do you remember us? Oh, I remember that guy.
Yes.
He was with you last time.
Manager.
What's up, John? You probably don't like being called John.
It's too early in the morning.
No, it's not.
Oh, you're in a contradictory mood. That's not going to help you.
I remember Johnny Rod from last time. How are you, buddy? Is it really too early for you?
No.
Okay, good.
Just got a bit of an head cold, so
okay.
you know, he'll be sniffling and blowing my schnozzle on the Union Jack. Being okay.
What are you taking for the cold?
Sudafed.
Nice. That shit works. It's good stuff.
Right.
Are you happy with the book?
Yes, I am. I like my book.
Good.
I like all my books.
Okay. Well, just asking. Just trying to get to know you a little bit.
I just read something that was amazed me. I didn't know where to start, but that you were actually booked to fly on Pan Am Lockerbie.
Yeah, Lockerbie flight, yeah.
And when we talked to a guy who was Seth MacFarlane was booked on one of the 9/11 flights, and when you see something like that happen where you absolutely would have died, does it change the way you kind of carry on life after that? Like you've kind of seen the moment of your own death and you made it through.
Well, I almost died when I was 7 with meningitis, so that would be like kind of twice unlucky or lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it changes your mind about what terrorism is or is not.
And the only reason you guys didn't make the flight because your wife.
Because my wife, like just slow poke with the luggage, you know. So thank God I've never moaned at her for being late, not ever since. Right.
Were you mad that day though? Like, hurry up! What are you doing?
Yeah, I knew we'd never get to the airport, so we went back to bed and never bothered to tell anyone we weren't on the flight. And they all presumed we were dead.
How did you find out what happened? Just woke up and you get a call?
My brother finally thought, like, because there was no list of passengers available for people ringing in, he rung home and I answered the phone. He told us what went down. Nice, huh?
No kidding.
But how does that affect you? Like, do you automatically feel grateful or?
I feel damn angry that your life could be taken away over somebody else's political intent or religious subdiffusion.
Mm-hmm.
Really good. I feel contempt for that, yeah.
And meningitis, I know you got when you were a kid. Was that what you? I think you said you got it. You think environmentally because you said you were out in the neighborhood you lived in.
Very poor, and the rats would urinate in the in the drains and in the backyard where we'd play. And I think I contracted it that way, and that put me in a coma for a few months, and then a loss of memory for quite a few years after.
What started? So you wake up basically, and there's family and people around you, and you literally don't know who they are.
You don't know who anybody is. You don't know your own name. You cannot even speak. You think you're communicating, and you're completely terrified.
Did you have to be taught who they were? Did it come back to you?
Yeah, no.
It doesn't come back.
Very, very slowly, just bits and pieces.
Wow.
And that's the title, Anger is an Energy, was the doctors were told to keep me in they told my parents to keep me in a state of anger, and that might promote
well, how did they do
memory. That? Well, just by being cold, I suppose, and indifferent, and and not letting me run for the sympathy bubble or the safe ride or self-pity. And that constant state of agitation, I mean, that's 4 years in the making. Yes, Johnny is a very angry
boy.
fella indeed. It leaves a lasting impression, but I'll tell you, the greatest thing of it is, which is why people think I'm awkward to work with, is that I absolutely depend on the truth. And I needed it then, and I need it still in my adulthood. Because you've got nothing else. You've got no memory. You have to believe what people are telling you.
You have no choice.
No choice.
Did you know something? Like, did you know, okay, I forgot things or I can't remember? Or was it just foreign and you're like, the whole world has gone crazy?
No belief system at all. No hope, really. Even in the hospital, the doctors and nurses would say, well, you must come from somewhere. Well, duh. I thought I was just an institution baby, I suppose. And I've always got these feelings, for orphans. I feel really, really sad for orphans, because that's what being an orphan must be like.
You lived it a little bit, technically.
Yeah. Not belonging to anybody.
And were they understanding through the whole thing and just kind of patient with you, or?
Well, I must have been. I mean, it's terrible when it does come back to you. It comes back in little bits and pieces. The guilt you feel.
What was the guilt about?
What was it me that, did wrong here and forgot them? And it caused a big fraction between me and my father, because he always thought that I blamed him for it, and I always thought he blamed me. It took us years and years and years later before we became friends.
And you felt guilt over having forgotten them or not remembering your parents?
Oh, yeah. Much worse than any of that nonsense Catholic guilt you hear about. That stuff pales into insignificance in comparison.
What was it that got you and your dad back together? Or on the same page, I guess?
Very slowly, very slowly. He'd try things like getting me to repair cars on the weekends with him and things. I have no mechanical aptitude whatsoever. So if anything, that just drove us apart.
Yeah. That was his thing?
And plus, weekends. I mean, what kid wants to be stuck underneath an engine?
No one.
Particularly with a stranger.
Mm-hmm.
Right, trying to
I was being used for, bits of mechanicry.
So you get the meningitis at 7. At what age did you
Got out of hospital at 8, and...
When did you start feeling like, oh, this is me? Again?
Oh, about 11. 12.
No kidding.
Yeah, really. Yeah, even when... see, in Britain, you go to a secondary school at 11. And even then, I wasn't quite sure who I was. But it was much better, because all the kids were new. Everybody was new to each other. So that was like a real proper fresh start. Because the school I went back to, at 8, it chucked you straight back to school. It's a Catholic school run by nuns and priests, and they were savage. It just made it very, very, very difficult to gain any momentum. But so I spent most of my spare time in the libraries learning to read and write again.
So your teachers didn't know what had happened to you, or they just didn't give a shit?
They did, but the nuns would love to call me Dummy Dum Dum, and that transferred to the rest of the kids. So
the nuns called you that?
Oh, yeah.
I've heard the stories of the nuns
I was
over the years.
Sign of the devil to them. I had, You were
a lefty too, right?
And a lefty, all right? And being left-handed, that's just unacceptable. So, I could read and write at 4 or 5, right? When I started primary school, but I was left-handed, so then I was shoved to the back. And then at 7, I got this illness, and when my memory was coming back and relearning to read and write, I was left-handed again. They were unhappy with that.
So my father's a lefty, and he said when he went to school, the nuns, they beat you and they made you write right-handed.
Yeah.
So now you still write righty or no?
Yeah, well, I'm a resistant fella. Got reputation for it. So, this is what I do. I write with my left hand. It's impossible to write with the right.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen. What they do is they use a ruler, a measuring stick, I suppose you'd call it, but the sharp edge. And they'd really, really severely bash you with that, so that your hand would hurt so much you wouldn't use it.
Did you turn your back on religion?
I don't think I ever turned my front to it.
Oh, you never... So you were forced...
At any point.
So you were forced into the Catholic school system.
I think all kids are forced into the religion of their parents.
Right. But not go to school.
I'm all for studying all kinds of religions and then letting the individual pick their own.
Yeah.
If they so
I think that's a smart thing to do, to at least study a whole bunch and then decide, maybe there's something better out there, or maybe none of these make sense on any level.
I would go for the none of them option myself.
Mm-hmm.
Something else,
I don't like the word atheism, because it just sounds peculiar. It sounds almost medical.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
But there is no God except what we are. This is it. All heaven is life on earth. And with that way of thinking, tends to make people like me non-violent because we love life.
Right.
Well, that was
And
reminding
you know
me.
this is it.
You had a
This is
quote
it.
Conan asked you after Kurt Cobain killed himself. I think you were on Conan right after that.
Yeah, we didn't get on too well.
And there was.
Well, you kept pulling that like Irish malarkey with me, you know. I don't view myself as any one particular nation.
You gave a surprising quote, though, that when he asked you about Kurt and he expected something, and you said something about how he didn't respect being alive.
Yeah, well, the drugs, you see, yeah. The drugs. For me, drugs are recreational. That's all well and fine, and I wouldn't ever ban anything from anyone. Let do what you want, you know. But some people have a penchant for hiding behind drugs. And heroin is a very, very significant factor in that. It covers up all manner of self-pity and insecurity. And there's no way of helping them because there's this industry, the music business, wrapped around it and glossing it over as being trendy and relevant. And it's not. It's destructive.
Did you ever try it?
I read a book about it. I think I've tried everything.
Yeah. It wasn't your thing, though, obviously.
Look at me, I'm the kind of fella that, you know, all right then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it ain't for me. I don't like anything that will bring me down in any way at all.
Okay.
I mean, to this day, I'm still bothered about falling asleep at night. You know, because you got that naggy thing back there in the back of your head thinking, whoa, what if I wake up and don't know who I am again? That's not a great feeling.
That still scares you to this day?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's the loneliest feeling in the world.
Did you ever write things down or do something that would, like, you know, would it be easier to remember now? Or do you do something psychologically?
But you wouldn't remember that you wrote that. It would have no relevance to you at all.
All right.
I know there's a great couple of films out.
Memento?
About that kind of thing.
Memento is great.
Yeah.
He's writing on his hand, I think, for the whole thing. 'Cause he's forgetting.
Yeah, fantastic.
That's a wonderful film.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, sure. Of course. When did you start your music? At what age?
Well, most of my childhood, well, there was of it, I spent avoiding the choir because that meant the priests would have access to you. Oh, yeah. All of this going on and priests.
Really? You knew?
I knew. We all knew.
Really?
Did you know?
Yeah,
did you know some?
absolutely.
Did you know of some of the incident? I don't know. Some of the other boys.
Yeah, there were, but you couldn't talk about it.
You just didn't talk about
That would
it.
be the hammering of your life to tell anybody.
So
Your parents would hate, loathe, and despise you because that's a man of God. You know, that's the institution.
Crazy.
Of it. No way out for the kids.
So you knew kids that were molested,
So
basically.
you make yourself as ugly and as tone deaf as possible. And from that to the Sex Pistols.
Hey, you said in an interview, I think in the 70s, that you knew Jimmy Savile or Savile?
Oh, yes, he was a BBC DJ. I didn't know him, but I knew of him. And the rumour, all us kids knew. We all knew what was going on with that lot. The BBC was really harbouring quite a few child molesters. And I just happened to have been witty enough to mention it one day, and well, that didn't help my career none.
In the 70s, when this guy was revered, and no one would have said that.
Well, no, I was not revered. I mean, I was more infamous than famous.
No, I mean Jimmy Savile was revered.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's God's blessing to the universe.
And the stuff he did is brutal.
Yeah, he was a really bad.
He was a real fucking creep.
Yeah,
I mean, they're all creeps,
relentless
but
with it, you know, and just point this out, and I'm not taken serious or not wanting to be taken serious. It's the same with priests and all of it, and I've had a word to say about every single one of these things.
Good for you.
You weren't surprised at all then when that stuff came out about him after he died.
I'm surprised it took so long, and that's the shame. That's the real crime, because the list is really extensive.
Yes, it is.
Yes, and then this one particular fella, Jimmy Savile, he had a reputation for visiting the morgues. He quite liked to play with dead bodies too.
Wow, what a goal.
And they let that slide for years. People knew. Enough people knew, probably.
Yeah, I think I heard that they knew he was a pedo. They kind of.
I heard the morgue stuff too.
That goes beyond pedophile, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, the dead stuff does. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Sticky old carcasses.
Oh my God. Why would you? So
well, that's power, you see. Power utterly corrupts. And if you can get away with it in one way, then you're going to go off into other areas.
Yeah. So
he was experimenting.
Yeah. You blew off the choir, but when did you really find music?
Well, the opportunity to join the band. I mean, they liked the way I dressed. They liked my I Hate Pink Floyd T-shirt. And that
was pretty
the fact
brave
that
for the
I
day.
couldn't sing, or I spent so many years making damn well sure I couldn't, was neither here nor there.
Right.
Great. Perfect opportunity.
So you really didn't do anything else before that?
No.
That's pretty amazing.
And Sid didn't play bass before that.
I buy a lot of music. I'm an avid record collector, and vinyl to me is treasure trove stuff.
Who did you like growing up? Anyone
Everybody,
we would know?
Anything on vinyl. If it's spun on a turntable, I was thrilled.
Bowie?
Yeah, he'd do.
He'd do. Just do.
Yeah.
Who were some of your...
He'd do as much as Matt Monroe or anybody else. You know,
Reggae?
my taste is extensive.
Sure.
It's not limited.
Gotcha.
And you didn't sing, and I believe Sid didn't let me teach him to play bass.
I tried.
Tried to?
Yeah, but I mean, one afternoon, Lemmy obviously jealous that Sid Vicious might turn into a really good bass player.
So he taught
I
him
think there's
badly.
an angle in there.
Yeah, okay.
You don't write things down when you sing. I was amazed to read. You said like your mind, you works like a library. Like when you're coming out with something, you're not writing down the lyrics. You're kind of just.
Yeah, I like to do it live in one take if I can, and then if I make mistakes, I'll go back at it. But there are times where I'll write extensively. I always keep a notepad and pen by the side of the bed. So in a way, yeah, it is a bit like Memento, if I think about it. That's a very uncomfortable film, by the way, for me to watch.
Oh, yeah, it's uncomfortable for me to watch, and I didn't even have that issue. There's just something about knowing you're losing your memory, and you have to write things down, and will it mean anything the next day? And
yep. Ain't great. Well, it tells you, what is a personality?
Mm-hmm. That's a good question.
When you guys...
well, for me, my childhood, I spent trying to find out and remember who I was. And then I did remember, but it's like I had this long period where I was on the outside looking in at myself.
I can't even imagine that.
So, when I hear people yak on about being bipolar, it's like, you don't know what you're saying, mateys.
You wish that's all you had, right?
You wish.
I mean, you personally. You would have probably dealt with that better, I'm assuming. I don't know.
I'm here, aren't I? So, you know what I mean?
You're doing great, Johnny Rotten.
Happy. Because that stuff was a blessing.
Right.
All right? It gave me the wit and the smarts to do what I do today. And I love what I do. I got the opportunity to make music, and I love it.
Do you think if that didn't happen, you wouldn't have the personality you have today?
That's the issue, really, isn't it? To come to grips with. I mean, I'd like to think conceitedly that, of course I would. Don't be silly. But I don't know. I mean, it gives you a great suit of armour in which to face the world with.
Right.
So maybe not. I mean, hindsight does me no good.
Because of the way your parents treated you, and you had to learn to deal with that.
But they explained that to me later.
When did they? When you were a teenager?
About 11, 12.
Okay.
That's when I was really coming out of it.
Right.
And like I said earlier, the secondary school, because you go to secondary school in England, that helped too, the complete change of environment.
Did they tell you what kind of kid you were before it happened? Were you any different when you came out of it?
No, I had to figure that out.
They didn't.
That's why, for me, I tell you, memories now, treasures, movies that are all mine, and I recycle them sometimes in my head.
Right.
I like accuracy in life.
Right.
Did you have a good relationship with your mom?
Yeah. But there is that gap bit. That's the hardest to deal with.
Right.
I mean, she taught me to read and write at 4.
It's pretty amazing. Pretty impressive.
Not to the nuns.
No.
You said singing now is, I was interested. There's so much about the book that it's like you think you know who you are, like as a person in public life. And then you read all this stuff and your music influences, the things you liked, is nothing that I expected. And you said singing is really emotional for you now.
Yeah.
How so compared to like what it used to be?
Well, I now hone in on exploring emotions in a really, really serious way. So, and this is what Public Image has given me. The Sex Pistols was a good initial clearance sale, right? But I emptied the store, and now I've brought in some really important stuff where I analyse everything I do, everything I feel, and everything that I think the people around me are feeling. And that can be very painful when you're writing songs about the death of your mother, like a song called Death Disco. And then my father died a couple of years ago, and that made that song even more painful live. I burst into tears in songs, yelling, screaming, fits of rage and temper and agony and all of it, and joy and happiness. And that's fantastic. What a great, lucky chappie I am to be in a position to be able to do that.
How do you feel?
Not pay a psychiatrist.
How do you feel about the influence you've had on music? Because you're considered one of the most, for such a short period of time, a 3-year, 2.5-year run, the Sex Pistols are considered one of the most influential groups. Do you like the people that you've influenced or what you've seen come after you guys, or do you like some and hate some?
Public Image has been a much longer running band and I think has the bigger influence. Yeah, I mean, the influence is out there. But what annoys me, though, a lot is I'm striving so hard in my life to be myself, to be an individual, because that's very, very important to me, is to see people copying me. That's unacceptable. It really, really sends me into a rage. It's such a stupid, sad waste of their life. Don't try to be anybody else. Be yourself. And then you've got my interest.
But don't sometimes people have to define themselves? They see
through others, yeah.
Yeah, through others.
There is that.
Where it's like you help them.
Well, the image making of pop music creates that, doesn't it? And it's almost a slave mentality if you really think about it. No, I don't. I think it's all unhealthy, and so there you go. That's why I'm a very difficult pop star.
You called anarchy in an interview. This was one of the most fascinating things. You said that you think anarchy is a mind game for the middle classes.
Yeah.
What did you like? Do you not like the idea of anarchy? Is that like something you changed your opinion about?
No. Listen, I use the thing intelligently in a song. I don't believe in anarchy as a tour de force politically. Just wrecking things for the sake of it isn't very constructive. What are you going to offer to replace it? I mean, you've seen Mad Max. That ain't no great future.
Well, we're seeing it now in Baltimore.
Yeah.
They're burning, they're burning their neighborhoods down.
That ain't the clever moves.
I don't think it is.
I can't discuss the Baltimore thing, by the way, because I don't know too much about it.
Well, and people say we shouldn't discuss it because we're white. You get that a lot on Twitter. You just don't understand. And maybe in a way I don't understand. Because I don't understand burning down your whole neighborhood and how that's going to,
voice over the radio has no colour.
Get change going. I don't know, So maybe I don't understand.
Well, there are issues that do need to be resolved in this country.
Of course.
Seriously, and it is unfair.
But are we going to get to that by looting a CVS and burning down
I mean, I've just got my American passport. I became an American citizen, so...
Congratulations.
And Baltimore unfolds.
Yeah. Yeah, but now you can say whatever you want about the country and people can't say, you don't even live here. And you go, yes, I do.
Go back to where you're from.
No, that's 3 passports now I've carried. I've got a lot to say about all 3 now.
Do you think music has an edge these days?
It's very difficult, isn't it? The record store's closing down. There's distribution of music, so it's very difficult to find anything new. There's no real backing because the record label's folded. It's become very dissipated. It's become an internet hobby, really.
I'm sure you're not happy that people just steal music.
No,
and don't pay for it.
I don't like the idea of being able to steal anything off anybody.
Yeah. But some of the bands are finding workarounds with, performing more.
The trouble is, I mean, you see the Grammys, right?
Yep.
It's the same 7 to 10 acts now.
Over and over again.
Right? It's pretty damn relentless Las Vegas review. And when I see, I don't watch it anymore because it's like being trapped on a cruise ship. No escape.
I want to plug the book too because it's really, really excellent. And it's called "Anger Is an Energy: My Life Uncensored." It's in stores and on Amazon now. And there is a book signing and a talk tonight here in New York at Strand Books. So you can go to strandbooks.com, I guess, and get the information on where. Do you know where the bookstore is offhand? I don't know where it is.
No, but if you listen, you'll hear me because I certainly can talk.
Good for you.
Yeah, so good, but it's a rare opportunity to hear like a talk from you about the book you've written.
But I like that. See, to me, that's the way gigs are too. That's how I see it. It's like a performance thing. It's just stand up and tell the truth and share that with a lot of people.
Was there anything that you came across in the book that you didn't want to address? That you did anyway, but that
just
was
about everything.
Really?
Oh yeah.
You didn't want to deal with it.
Didn't want to do it really. Just you know,
who twisted your arm and how
myself.
did they? Oh, okay.
Forced myself into it.
Oh, okay.
I wanted this to be known. There's a point where you get sick of people bad mouthing you out of total ignorance, and you want to address that issue. And now I think you know why I make decisions I make.
It's all in the book.
It's all in a book.
So that was the deciding factor. You're like, wait, I can finally tell my side of this.
Here's the
once and for all.
The bad mouthers fully deserved.
You made also a great point about censorship too. You said a lot of I've watched a lot of your interviews, and you said it comes down from people who aren't prepared to analyze themselves.
Oh yeah.
So what do you think that when someone is censoring something else, it's because they're hearing something that they don't want to have to process?
They're shy of something in their own psyche that they can't fess up to or admit or be realistic or live with. Yeah. I mean, this is why you get this senator's banning certain sexual aspects, shall we say. We know damn well that's what they're doing in the back of a limo anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, at least the fun ones are. Yeah.
The fun ones are the ones that got cool.
What was the rumor? It's obviously ridiculous. I was surprised to hear there was a rumor that you and Sid had an affair, and it's like, but you know what I mean? Like, how does that something like that?
That would be punk rock.
But how does that something like that get started?
That's hate again and jealousy and rumour mongering. The story in itself is crazy enough without adding wackola like that to it. That's
Do you think that was something?
You see, all my friends, it's not like that. All my friends, we're all oddballs too. And none of us fit properly into society. And why should we? Because as far as I'm concerned now, and I'm getting on a bit. I'm only half a century young, but I think it's society that's wrong and not the rest of us oddballs.
How was your relationship with Sid?
Very, very close friend.
Nice.
Very, very good humour.
Yeah.
Innocent character. A bit wrong of me, really, to bring him into the band because he was mentally ill-equipped to deal with that. But then again, at the same time, maybe I was too, but...
It worked.
This is the thing in life, you sink or swim. But,
right.
You felt guilt over that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, he ended up like, the way he did. Terrible. Accused of murder and heroin overdoses all over the place. But he stood not much of a chance, as it happens in life. His mother was a registered addict. And his father was allegedly a Grenadier Guard. Perfect inspiration for God Save the Queen.
What would it be like when you went to his house? I know you guys met as teenagers and you'd go over and spend time at his house.
His mother was very cold to his friends. Yeah.
Why?
She was very warm to Sid, but very cold to him having any friends at all.
What was that about?
I don't know. It was a weird relationship. None of his mates could figure it out at all. It was almost like he was like a pet kitten to her. Very, very strange.
She would feed Sid.
And she had no friends at all.
So she just wanted to be left alone and probably didn't like other people being in the house.
But she wouldn't even offer them water or like his friends would come over and watch him eat and like never once said, "Dude, would you like something to drink?" or just...
Yeah. It was a very strange house, Sid. There was no furniture ever.
No furniture?
Just a couple of mattresses and that.
Laid about. Huh.
But very neat.
Strange.
Neat but empty.
Yeah.
Was there a lot
maybe that was the problem with it all. Emotionally empty. So I grew up with clutter.
And you think the mob did Nancy in?
I don't know.
You don't know, but it's one
I've
theory.
gone through again all these rumours. I mean, we
Okay,
just
that's
dealt
what
with
I'm
one
asking.
rumour.
Yeah.
I mean, what am I going to do? Accuse the mafia of what? I mean, haven't they got better things to do?
Right.
Yeah. Deal with someone owes a couple $100 in that scuzzball hotel. Whose name I daren't mention in case they sue me.
That's funny. Even the Sex Pistols have to worry about lawyers.
How did you come up with the name Sex Pistols?
I didn't.
Not you.
Oh.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. It's mostly from Malcolm's contrivance, the manager.
Yeah.
It was a ridiculous name that nobody liked, but I liked it because it was completely absurd. Right? It was a name that I thought at the time would never, ever, ever bring success.
Really?
None of us ever thought this band would ever have amounted to anything at all. And so because of that complete lack of faith in it, it's probably why it made it so enduring.
What was your goal at first as a band? Just to get together and have a good time?
Have fun.
And then when did you realize, oh my God, this is going to work? And how did you feel at that time?
Police raids didn't help.
But was there a moment where you realized
the legal attention and the negativity in the press and the out-and-out hatred that the media was stirring up? It became really seriously violent. There's several knife attacks and things like that.
So it was a crazy 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Insane.
Most amazingly of all, for me, was to be discussed in Parliament under the Traitors and Treasons Act.
Was that after God Saves the Queen?
Yeah, which carried the death penalty. So that's what punk rock can get you, mate.
Were you scared?
No, I loved it.
You were never scared?
Second of it. Because at that point I knew.
Yeah.
I knew I had them. They couldn't murder you for speaking your mind. That would be the end of democracy. I won.
So you were in a good spot.
Yeah, and that's why I'm king of the punks.
Do you have a soft side? Like when you're
I've just explained my soft side for over half an hour.
Yeah, true, but I mean, I guess what I mean, like a hobby or something that no one would expect that you do, just like so different than your personal persona.
I'm not what you could call a pet shop boy.
There was so much of that stuff, though, in the book. So much about the other side, liking glam rock, and just all these things that no one would expect, if you just see you as Johnny Rotten.
Good on you, so you really read it.
Yeah, I did read the whole thing, but what I read I loved, because my reading habits have gotten very, very bad since my phone. I can't stop sending pictures of my dick to girls, so it's very hard for me to read for any length of time. But I loved your book.
There's so many dick pictures now going around on these cell phones. I mean, you could lose your own if you're not careful.
Are you amazed by the technology? Where everything is on your phone now?
I think more horrified.
Horrified.
I don't like it.
You
don't like it, and I think it's dissipating. And human beings are beginning to not start to communicate with each other any longer.
You go to a restaurant.
Say, listen, I do a gig, and half the audience are holding their cell phones up. That drives me nuts.
Yeah.
It's like, what is more important?
Well, I'll hold it up for like my favorite song. Is that all right?
I'm not holding anything up.
I'm going to hold it up for like maybe 1 or 2 songs. I still get to see it. I still get to see 15, 18 songs.
Almost 10 minutes.
Out of an hour and a half show? That's not bad.
You should videotape. Take a photo.
But are the memories, though, like, I'm surprised you don't feel that way, because for you...
No, for me, the memories are all here in the head.
But you don't want to watch them?
Yeah,
you want to
no, that's meaningless. If my memories became that, then I'd have no memory at all.
Plus, when you see
and I fought so hard to gain my memory back when I was young. I'm certainly not going to transport it away electronically.
Mm-hmm. All right, they're saying you got to go, but...
No, I do things for reasons,
Right.
It's not just willy-nilly, now I hate it.
And you also liked disco. And again, another great quote. Whoever wrote the punk manifesto wasn't listening to the punks.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you think that people have this impression of who you guys are?
But it's people that came after us and they decided they liked certain aspects of our clothing, and therefore that's what punks should wear. I mean, that's the kiss of death to any movement. Once it adopts a uniform, well, then you might as well join the army, because they make much better uniforms.
Well, couldn't your clothes? You got. I know a lot of you worked at a store called Sex, which is a pretty legendary. I guess you were there for 2 weeks, and Sid was there for a while, and she would make all of your clothes and your.
Yeah, if you paid through the nose for it, never got nothing for nothing off them.
But couldn't you not wash them because it'd fall apart?
Well, I mean, most of that bondage gear, it's leather, it's studs and rubber T-shirts. It can be pretty damn painfully crippling to get on and off. And washing it really don't come into it.
Oh man! Imagine what a leather shirt smells
to
like.
Savor.
Wow!
Like a fine gravy.
Wow, stains to savor. That's a great name for a book too. If you write another one, let me just get the title of the book and where they're.
Anger is an energy. My life uncensored. John Lydon.
The Strand Bookstore is at 828 Broadway, which is right there at 12th and 13th Street. Broadway between 12th and 13th Street.
7 p.m. and John is doing a talk as well as you can buy the book. It's a signing, but it's a really rare opportunity. It's a very personal thing to be this close without you actually doing music but talking.
Well, at the same time I did this book, I was putting together a new album for Public Image, and so that's quite a workload I took on there. But I'm very proud of the two things. They cross at certain points and places. The album's going to be called What the World Needs Now, ... And you fill in what you think the world needs. Kind of very appropriate if you consider the times we live in.
What do you think the world needs? Like, if you had to fill in those dots, what would you say?
Me.
More me.
You're a fascinating guy, and I loved the book. And I'm happy that you wrote it, and I'm happy you came here.
Johnny Rotten, everyone.
Well, peace, and if you don't like it, peace off.
You can say fuck off. It's that right.
No, no need for that salty language.
All right, I just want to make sure if you wanted to, you can say fuck off.
Vocabulary, and I don't see why I should limit it to cliches.
Home run Lydon.
I think we're done, too.
We're done for the day, too.
We got guys waiting outside the studio. I guess they really are going to remodel this place starting immediately. So we're still doing radio. We're just going to do it from another studio the next couple weeks.
Or is it the other way round?
He covered up after he said that. Bob Kelly, thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Bobby's going to be on Louie tonight, and make sure you watch the episode. He's in the whole damn episode. It's a really good one. And you're going to be at Laugh Boston May 14th through the 16th.
Yes, sir.
Jimmy's leaving now to go to Rochester for the weekend.
Right,
He's got one show tonight, 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. So go see Jim Norton in Rochester, New York. I might jump on a plane and join Jimmy and Kenny and Brother Wee's up there. I'm trying to figure that shit out. All right, these guys got to get in here and start destroying this place. Nice. We're going to have a new studio in the next couple weeks.
Well, Dan is, but...
All right.
I'll tell you what, he could change in this.
I'm kidding. I heard a couple things.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they're awful.
Big J's name floating around.
Floating around a little bit.
Floating around?
Yeah, they are awful.
But we will have live shows next week, just from somewhere else. But that doesn't matter to you because you don't see where we are.
They shouldn't have said nothing.
Yeah, true. It doesn't matter to them.
No.
There you go.
Once again, Johnny Ron, thank you, sir.
Thanks, John.
Come back and see us, all right?
Yes, I must say it's
next time you got to play some music.
Here, watching the demise of Sirius Radio.
You got to play some music next time. Do something a little different. All right, guys. We'll see you Monday. Thanks.